Live. Of course we're live. I'm gonna start the burp. Duh.
Why does it take so long for it to come up?
I know.
All right, what now? I gotta close out of YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I just go there and just get the chat box. I think I got it.
You think you got it?
I think so. I see your little wizard and bunny and whatever the hell the other thing is.
Yeah. I forgot what I was doing. There you go. Get that up. Good morning, everybody. Hope all is well.
What?
What? What?
What the hell?
What the hell?
Excuse my sniffling. My allergies are acting up this morning.
How dare they?
We got a message from Tidy Labs.
Tidy Labs. Hey, Eli.
Morning, Eli. How you doing, my friend?
What is going on? Just getting everything set up, guys. How is everybody? Happy Monday. I know,
Yay!
I know, I say happy Monday. I don't know why I say that.
Monday.
Yeah. Hello.
Good morning, Carol.
Good morning. Good morning.
How many do you have people listening right now on your podcast?
Not yet. I haven't gone to the blog talk yet.
Oh, okay.
Matter of fact, I have to do that. See, it sucks because of the fact that when I go into the blog talk radio, it automatically plays the opener. Hey, Ron, bah humbug. No bah humbug.
Exactly. It's Monday. Well, all right. Instead of good morning, Carol, it's good afternoon, Carol.
There you go. I always do that.
Actually, it would be the same thing with Eli, though.
Yeah. All right. Give me 1 second. I'm going to open it all up here. Maybe. Maybe.
See? Even the computer knows it's Monday.
Yeah, I know, right?
Your show will go live in 5 seconds.
5
4,
seconds.
1.
Beep. Leave a message.
And so the week begins. Good Monday morning from Valdez, Alaska. Welcome to the Shadows of the Moons show. It is Monday morning, and we are live on YouTube, Facebook, dlive, Twitch, and Mixer under the same name. So come on in and join the fun and get into the conversation. Just like always, Mondays are about Monday Musings, which is all about paranormal talk. We share stories from the internet and, of course, your stories live on air. Without further ado, let's get started.
And now, coming to you live from Alaska, here's a woman that has been around many moons and has seen many shadows. Here is your host, Shadows of the Moon.
You can take out the mixer board or something.
What's that?
You did when you popped up, it had the mixer board or something up there.
Yeah. Good morning, peoples. How is everybody?
I'm confused. I think Eli says no one loves him no more, maybe because nobody's buying him pizza.
No. Everybody loves you, Eli. You too, Carol. Well, yeah, I can understand that, Carol. I get along with spirits more than,
What the hell?
What the hell? There you go. At least your dog does,
You
But-
give your heart to your dog, and your dog will never break it.
That's so true. So true. How is everybody? I hope everybody is well.
Yeah, I don't know if there's people listening on the podcast yet or not, or everything else you're out on dlive and that. But I want to take just a second to say happy anniversary to the most beautiful woman I know. 9 years today.
9 years today. Well, happy anniversary to you as well, baby.
I love you, homie.
I love you, my love. Oh, you know what? Because we've been doing it at night.
Oh, yeah, well. Oh, just so you guys know, with the magnet experiment, even though we weren't live Saturday and Sunday, we did wear our magnets for a half hour.
Yep.
And Saturday, actually, I did experience something. Standing in our living room,
Mm-hmm.
our entertainment center, I heard a rustling and then a really loud hiss. And it was so real. I completely backed up against the wall on the other side of the room.
Yeah, he did. He jumped back. It wasn't like he just kind of slowly turned around. He just jumped back. You know what I mean? Like something was there.
And then you look and you could see that big old python laying right there in the TV in the entertainment center.
It wasn't a physical one. It's we think what happened was because my new Scullies came in, and when the Scullies come in, it could
Brings energy.
it brings energy to whoever's in our apartment. You know what I mean? So my new Scullies, one is a euconite. Here, I'll pull that up. Maybe.
Hey, Eli. We did see it the first time, right?
That's my euconite one I just got.
Show them the side of it, so they can get a better picture of the color.
I don't have my ring light up otherwise.
Hi, Danielle.
Hey, Danielle.
Hello, beauty. I took a girl break to show the ladies.
Oh, thank you, beauty of nature. And that's my gold stone. Oh, I keep going the wrong way.
I do the same thing.
I know.
It's a reverse effect.
And then I got little itty bitty ones.
Okay, Eli. We'll blame it upon that.
You really can't see that one, but that's a gold stone too, only it's a blue gold stone.
Yeah, it's a dark blue, but it's got the gold specks through it.
Like the brown one does, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I got a solidite. A solidite mini Scully.
Yes, beauty. Two of them are pretty tiny compared to the other two that came in.
Yeah, so what we think what happened is, like I said, the euconite helps bring awareness with your totems. So, and with everything going on, the snake coming in is all about transformation and growth and everything like that, shedding your old skin, making way for new, And I think what's happening is Eddie's totem was here
Something was here.
and still here.
Yeah,
So-
actually, it is.
It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. So shall we put on our magnets for today?
Yeah, we shall. But I have to stop my camera for a minute.
God forbid you see him without a hat.
I don't think anybody in this show has seen me without a hat yet.
No, probably not. Okay, so let's get my best.
Is there a
That's
best?
a tight. That's tight.
Is it tight, honey?
It's tight. All right. So the magnets are on.
No, they're not. Hold on.
Oh,
Ow.
my magnet
I pulled
is
my hair.
on.
Ow.
Thank you, Eli. Thank you, Beauty of Nature, for coming in. I appreciate that
I
so much.
I hate this.
Are you having problems?
Yes, I am. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Man, let's see how dumb I look.
I think you need to push yours up a little bit more.
Yeah, you think?
There you go. So our magnets are on.
Okay, I must be what are you thinking? What are you saying? Thank you for?
Eli shared us out. Okay, no problem, Beauty of Nature. I thank you.
Thank you for coming in.
Now at 1:15. Awesome. That's awesome, hon.
Oh God, I hope she never asked me to dance. I got 2 left feet. Nothing changed, Mr. Chaos.
So on today's show, on the first half of the show, we are asking your thoughts on
YouTube beauty.
on a story. My daughter said the name of my imaginary friend. Then we'll be listening to the story of Shadow on My Sofa. Not me personally.
Yeah, not this shadow.
Not this shadow. And then we'll talk
Beauty
about.
says she already dancing with me. Suck it up, buttercup.
Then we'll be talking about how this man kept calling his loved ones, even though he was dead for hours.
But doesn't that go with that one show we watched where he sat there, his dad came over and he visited with his dad for a few
That was Sammy Hagar's
right
personal story, yes.
But he found out that his dad had been dead for hours
Yeah,
on a park bench
yes. Out of town, way out of town, like on the
long
other side of California.
before.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yep. And then after that, of course, on the second half of the show, it's your turn to call in or come up on panel. I'll be sharing the link and the phone number.
Oh, I got that, Eli.
And we got something from Little Red, and I'm hoping she'll come up.
Oh God, yes.
And explain what the capture was, and yeah, so it's going to be pretty nifty.
And I'm not going to give it away until we can actually show it. But it was so realistic that it's hard to believe.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's definitely crazy. She can explain it more if she comes in, and but either way, I have permission to share her.
Right.
her video.
We'll say that close to near the end in case she doesn't come in.
And Wednesday, I will definitely share. I keep telling, hey, Pam.
Hi, Tammy.
Oh, you're so sweet. Oh my God, I was having withdrawals from you.
And let me take a minute to apologize to you guys right now. I know you probably ain't gonna care, but I will not be on the show tomorrow or Wednesday.
Yes, he's got to walk.
But I will do my 30-minute magnet.
Yep.
After I get out of work.
Yeah. But
Because
and
I think they might fire me if I walk in with this on.
yeah. So, and Wednesday, I keep meaning to.
Oh no, Pammy couldn't watch replays.
That's weird.
Well, she says two of her phones ain't working.
Right. But Wednesday, we will definitely run. I did run. I just saw it before I went live.
What the hell's twatter?
Twitter.
I thought that's what he meant, but I'm like,
On Wednesday's show, we will be doing the friendship story along with another story and a blanketed message. And we're also going to share a video. I got permission from M as a Jen, that I can show her video, what her and J-Mac caught. So, and hopefully she's a late nighter. Well, she's the same time zone as us right now.
You have Little Red on Messenger?
Yeah, I will when we get to that point in the
Okay. I'm just
broadcast.
asking.
But I did run. I did see that. That's pretty interesting. I'll have to look into that. But yeah, Wednesday. So Wednesday, of course, we're going to have a UFO show.
And this UFO won't show.
Yes, that UFO will not be here.
Oh, no, Eli. No. You didn't have to do that.
It's not until the second half of the show, Eli. So
I mean, it's cool.
I
Thank
thank
you.
you. Yes, thank you. So the first story up we have is my daughter said the name of my imaginary friend. Oh no, Pammy.
See, me and Pammy are related.
Yeah, that's how he is with technical stuff too.
But thank you, Eli. Thank you very much. Yeah, my computer never ever gets shut off because I don't know if I know how to turn it back on.
Yeah.
So
this comes from it happened about 5 months ago. Well, the person wrote 5 months ago. Since my daughter is 3 years old and we're already seeing she has intuition. She has said the time correctly down to the minute. She has known when people have gifts for her. And she knows who's at the door without anyone saying anything. 3 years old. Somebody knocks on the door, she knows who it is. So this really freaked me out. I grew up in a haunted house, and I had an imaginary friend that I now assume is a ghost that haunted my childhood home. My grandparents still live there, and my daughter and myself went over to visit yesterday. Everything was going normal till she looked upstairs. She was staring at a corner, and she started waving and smiling. I asked what she was seeing, and she said the name Sarah. I never mentioned this to her, around her, or my mother, so there is no way she would have known about Sarah. I asked what Sarah looked like, and she explained perfectly what I remember. 8-year-old girl, blonde hair, green eyes, black dress. I've been freaking out for the last 24 hours about this, and I don't even know if I can go back to try to smudge the house. I was around 3 or 4 when I met Sarah. I was a lonely kid, didn't have any friends, just my dog. The house I grew up in behind my grandparents, and the only time I ever saw Sarah was in the house. She was mischief. She was a mischievous. She would play pranks on people, move their stuff, open the cabinets. When my cousins would come over, she'd get really angry. I remember we would be playing, and Sarah would be standing in the same corner just staring at me. She was a lot meaner to my cousins. She would scare them when I went to sleep. I would always have to apologize to get her to play with me again. After I moved, when I would come home to visit, I never saw her again, but I would hear footsteps upstairs and see things move. The other ghost that everyone knew about was 6 to 7 foot shadow with red eyes. Myself, my brother, and my cousins have all seen this. It moves hunched over like a humpback. When you see it, you know it's stalking. We would wake up and it would be standing out over us, and we would have scratches the next day. I would always run and hide in the room. It would always run and hide in the room we never went in. The room had 8 porcelain dolls, and they would be rearranged.
I wouldn't go in there anyway.
The ghost is for sure still in the house because I moved back when I was 20, and it would still mess with me.
So it's just a jokester.
That's what it sounds like, yeah. Well, I don't know about the. It would run away from the 6 to 7 foot shadow with red eyes would run away from them. But that would be also the one that I wonder if that one and Sarah were one and the same.
I don't know. I don't think it would be.
No,
No.
it sounds like Sarah was her protector, but she'd get mad when she wouldn't play. Like if she was playing with her cousins.
Well, maybe because she needed to get her attention.
Could be. But that would definitely, thinking you have an imaginary friend and you bring your kid back to the house and they see it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's most likely a spirit, not a childhood imaginary friend.
Yeah. I mean, in most kids, they won't say, "Oh, I got an imaginary friend," because all your friends gonna look at you like you're stupid.
Right.
So maybe it was a spirit the whole time.
Yeah.
And she thought it was just an imaginary friend and didn't never wanted to say anything.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Now, 20 years later, her daughter,
Yeah, is seeing the same thing.
the same spirit.
That's crazy. That is crazy. What would you guys do if, like, your child brought up your imaginary friend that you thought was an imaginary friend?
And now, mind you, described this imaginary friend
And they
to a T.
Yeah, and they described it. I think that would be like me saying, the little girl that visits me when I'm going through something rough.
Yeah, when your light starts going dim.
Right. That's when she comes around. I have a little girl that comes around, and she almost reminds me of like, oh my God, I got a blank mind now.
No, you got a magnet mind.
Yeah. Shirley Temple. She got that kind of hair, her hair in ringlets. And when I'm going through something tragic, I've only seen her twice in my life. Once when my friend Bobby died, and who I thought it was my daughter. I thought it was my daughter standing in, because I was crying. It was in my bedroom. And I thought it was my daughter at first in my doorway. And I went to check on my daughter, and she's sound asleep because it was in the middle of the night.
Oh, thanks,
Thank
Ron.
you, Ron, for the diamond.
Oh, he's only doing that because he just won 70,000 points. Very much appreciated, Ron.
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much. But so, and the second time I was in a really depressed state of mind, and I saw her in my kitchen. But she had that'd be like one of my kids saying, "Hey, Mom, I saw this little girl," and describing her to a T. You know what I mean? That would freak me out a little bit. Not gonna lie.
Oh, I thought that dlive said, "Oh, shitty." It says, "Oh, shiny."
That's hilarious.
Hey, Freaky Geek.
Hey, Freaky Geek. Good morning. Well, good afternoon.
Wherever you're at. Good morning, good afternoon, good night.
Yeah.
Not good night. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. So the second story I have.
Notification, but the bell did not change color.
Oh, that's weird. I got the notification, but the bell did not change color. That's weird. Huh.
Well,
You never know what YouTube's doing, though. You never know.
What does it have to change color if you got the notification? You knew we were live.
So the second story that I have for you guys today is called The Shadow on My Story.
But no, I hold on.
The Shadow on My Story. The Shadow on My Sofa.
I still like the first story, though. It's...
Yeah.
Thanks me, chaos. My stuff is shit. No!
Oh, you're in trouble with Ron.
I actually didn't even wake up this morning until about 20 after 9.
Yeah. He's like, "What are you doing up?" I said, "It's 9:15.
Oh,
like-
shit.
He's like, "That's bad words. Don't say that."
But,
Yeah, we're doing good, Freaky Geek. Thank you for asking. Hope you are well.
I mean, how would you go and talk to anybody about so-called imaginary friend that
you
your
thought-
daughter
now sees.
Now it sees the same exact one. Who the hell do you talk to about something like that?
Right. People like us.
You go
Come
to a
chat it
priest.
up and say, hey, I had this experience.
Could you imagine going to a psychiatrist?
Well, yeah, that's why,
They would
I wouldn't be talking about that.
Well, no, Ron, Freaky Geek makes tea.
Not coffee.
I am learning things.
This is scary.
Does the adult still see the imaginary friend
No.
as a child? Now sees.
No, Freaky Geek. She didn't even, she could go to her grandparents. She always thought it was an imaginary friend, right? She'd go to her grandparents' house to visit. She wouldn't see it, but she could hear footsteps and things were being moved around. But she never put two and two together until her daughter saw this Sarah, which was her imaginary friend,
And described her
to a
perfectly.
T.
Well, exactly, Freaky, because when the daughter, the mom had seen the daughter sitting there and looking up at a corner in the hallway and smiling and waving, and her mom asked her what she was doing. And she says, I'm saying hi to Sarah. And mom now at this point is like, what?
Excuse me?
Because that was mom's imaginary friend's name. And then she told her mom exactly what Sarah looked like, and that's exactly what mom had known as she was growing up.
Yeah. So we come to find out, obviously, that it's not an imaginary friend, that she was talking to a spirit when she was
Yeah,
younger.
it's paranormal.
Yeah,
So that's pretty interesting.
it is. It's very cool.
But what a bond mother and daughter must have to be able to see the same exact spirit.
Right. Hey, Cassie.
Hi, Cassie.
Welcome. So, yeah.
I wonder how many people grow up still think about the imaginary friend or can recall it. And you know what? Believe it or not, Freaky Geek, it's probably higher than what anybody would imagine.
See, I don't remember. Now, I remember, talking to myself, but I don't remember if
That
I
doesn't
had
mean
it.
if you're talking to your, okay, that's what he's asking. If you remember you have one, or I get, I see what his question is.
But I can't remember, who I was talking to or.
You
what
just
it
said you
looked
were
like.
talking to yourself.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, if I was talking to an imaginary friend, I don't remember having one, is what I'm saying.
I don't recall ever having one. I think that would be more on the lines of people that were shunned out of groups, didn't go outside and hang with the other people. They needed somebody to keep them company.
Does the three ladies I explained to my mother one night? Oh, wait a minute. Did I miss something?
Just the three ladies I explained to my mother when I was young. Same thing.
So you saw three women or three ladies, Ron, and you were explaining to your mother? Is that what that means? I'm sorry.
I'm kind of,
I'm confused.
There's three ladies.
It's Monday. The
explained
brain's
to
not
my
working
mother
yet.
when I was young. Well, okay. Did you see him in your house? Because I think what he's saying now is did he experience paranormal when he was young?
Right. Thinking that he was talking to imaginary friends and it was really paranormal.
Up in that house. Okay, so did they look very much alive to you? I mean, like they were your mom's friend or something, but you seen them? See, this is interesting because
definitely very interesting.
Because if that's even damn it, Danielle.
What?
This was her story, wasn't it?
No.
Oh, never mind, Danielle.
Her story's on Thursdays
Oh, it's on Thursday.
that she sends in legends and lore.
Oh, okay, all right. But I'm starting to think that the three women that Ron had seen, he might have thought they were his mom's friends, but didn't realize that he was actually talking to
Spirit.
3 spirits. Hello, people that came in. I had to go front desk way.
Aw, nice, Pammy.
That's sweet of them. Not my mother's friends. I seen
Them in that house. In his house, yeah.
all
He's
right,
seen
so,
it in that. He's seen them in his mother's house.
so all I can think of is that hey, Shrimp Shack,
Hey, Shrimp Shack.
is that he at one point faced 3 spirits.
Right.
Question: did you have the magnets in place before or after you started the live? Just like a few minutes after we started.
Yes.
So we got about 12 more minutes to go with them on. And we
Yeah.
did wear them Saturday and Sunday.
Yep, we sure did.
Damn, today's going to be what?
Hey,
Day 8?
Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Yeah, day 8.
Day
isn't
8
it?
today.
Yeah, day 8. No,
Yeah.
we started a week ago, didn't
No, Friday would have been day 5. No. Yeah, day 5.
we? 6, 7. Oh, yeah. All right. Awesome. I didn't realize we're. Holy crap.
Well, we still got like 22 days to go.
I know, but it just.
Oh, and something's really going on because I don't take aspirin.
Yeah.
And the past 2 days, I felt headaches wanting to come on, so I've been popping aspirin. And this hasn't happened until we started using the magnets.
Yep. He says that I'm getting bitchier, but,
Well,
you know.
see, she's admitting to it, so it just doesn't matter. It's self-incriminating.
You know, what can I say?
You know what? I need a haircut.
You're just realizing that.
Well, I mean, no, but yeah.
Okay. So the second story we got is the shadow on my sofa. And this comes from person in 2018. This happened in Australia. So
You know, the land down under.
Yes. The following events took place when I was around 15 years old and lived in the home with my parents and younger sister. We had moved into a new house that was only around 20 years old, but still needed a fair bit of renovating.
See what Roger says? And I'm kind of wondering the same thing.
That's what I was thinking, Ron, because I've been getting little headaches. But they're those, those little. It's almost like when your sinuses
A sinus pain.
are breaking through, and you get those little jolts of sinus pain. It's almost like that, but in my head.
Fucking freaky.
I know, right? Hope his cranium don't crack.
in the 4 years we've been here, though, I maybe taken aspirin 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
But now it's after we've been using the magnets, I had to use it 2 days in a row.
Yeah, I think that plaque's just going bye-bye.
All right, let's go on with the story.
Okay. So again, the following events took place when I was around 15 years old and lived in home with my parents and younger sister. We had moved into a new house that was around 20 years old, but still needed a fair bit of renovating. The house was situated on an 1.5 acres of land, with the creek running along the rear boundary. There was only one previous owner who had built the home with their late husband. Prior to that, it was simply vacant bushland. My parents had bought the home to renovate and flip.
No, Kathy.
So my sister and I, it was just another adventure. I can't tell you exactly when I first started to feel uneasy about the house, but I do know that there were many little events that simply I didn't notice until I finally grouped them all together. There was too many things to mention, but I will focus on a few that have particularly affected me.
All right, you're picking on me.
So it says, we had settled in and we're there for maybe a few months before I started experiencing whispers before I slept. It would always happen during the time when you're a few seconds from sleep. So just when you're falling asleep, you know. But the slightest noise can startle you. Done that many times. The voice would mimic either my sister or my mom in such a convincing way that I would always reply and not realize until afterwards that it was not them. It would only whisper my name, nothing more, nothing less. I would answer and wait for a reply, but nothing. My mom and sister would always be sound asleep.
I just want to comment to Lisa real quick about the pressure point under the thumb. Yes, I do know about that. And I know a lot more pressure points. I was a wrestler in high school, and I used to get a lot of headaches. So they taught me where a lot of pressure points are, but it wasn't that kind of headache.
Right, yeah. It feels like it's a sinus, like kind of like your sinuses are breaking when they're breaking through. And you're getting better, if that makes sense.
But thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, a lot of people don't understand that. It's right there in the pad of your hand, right at the bottom of your thumb. You just gently rub it.
Or just have somebody rub your feet, because that's what gives me headaches.
But wait, she can't really complain, because last night I just came in and I sat down and I started rubbing her feet for her. And
he did. He was a sweetheart. He really was. So soon after this, I started to experience sleep paralysis. I never had this before, and it absolutely terrified me. It felt like as soon as I would fall asleep, I would drift only partially back into the real world. My eyes would still be closed, but my brain was more awake than me. I will always remember the overwhelming feeling of someone in the room, and it made it all the worse for me by not being able to see what was going on. I couldn't move. I couldn't scream for help, and I would get the pressure under my chest that got so bad that I would stop breathing. It was only then that I would wake up, gasping for air. Once awake, the room was exactly how it should be, but the feeling of someone watching me would always linger. Gradually over time, these experiences became more and more frequent until I would dread falling asleep because I knew that it was coming. Perhaps the most startling incident happened to both my sister and I. I was asleep when suddenly something tapped me on my shoulder and woke me up. As soon as I opened my eyes and looked at her, I knew that there was something had happened. She was terrified. She told me that she had gone into the kitchen to get a glass of water and saw Dad sitting on the sofa upright. She called out to him, but he didn't answer or even move. She began to feel uneasy and ran to get me.
I don't know, is night paralysis and night terrors the same thing?
No.
Okay, because Freaky Geek it says it sounds
night
like...
terrors is basically when you have an immense nightmare.
Well, you're able to get up and run like hell with a terror.
No. Well, with a terror, it's you're sleeping and you're having nightmares. And like you're really, my friend Stacy, her Brittany, the one that came over to the house, she used to have night terrors.
Okay.
Where she would just be in there screaming and there's nothing you can do. Because you can't, it's almost like sleepwalking. You don't want to wake them up.
Well, yeah.
And she would just sit there and scream and go, no! It was freaky. You know what I mean?
Not you, freaky.
Yeah. But sleep paralysis is where you're awake in your mind, but you're in between that wake and sleep zone where your body's still asleep, but your mind's awake.
It's like you're in between two universes.
Yeah. So you can't move your body and people get freaked out about it. You know what I mean? Because you're laying there and it's like...
being in a coma.
Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of people experience with sleep paralysis, they feel like somebody's sitting on their chest.
Yeah, as soon as I started asking that question, Freaky Thing was thinking the same thing.
Yeah. So her sister came and got her. She goes, I was not happy about going back into the kitchen, but a part of me thought that my dad might just have been asleep. We slowly walked into the kitchen and towards the sofa. Don't ask me why we didn't just turn on the light. I know for a fact that I wasn't thinking straight, having just woke up from this. The moon was bright that night, so we got closer. I saw what I can only describe as a dark male shadow, sitting perfectly upright with no distinguishable features. I instantly knew that it wasn't Dad, but I called out anyway. We stood there watching for what felt like a lifetime when a sudden wave of emotion came over me. I felt like whatever was sitting on the sofa was evil, and that in a split second, it had begun to turn. We ran for our lives back into our rooms and locked the door and turned every light on. We didn't sleep at all at night.
Hey, Michigander man.
Hey, Michigan man, how you doing, Rob? Hope all is well.
And I am so sorry about your fishing magnet. I actually watched that video and I felt bad. I mean, 40 minutes into it and you lost your magnet. That sucked.
Definitely.
I felt bad for you. And Lisa, I never started getting these headaches until we started wearing these magnets. That's the thing.
Right.
This is what the confusing part is.
So she said she told her parents in the morning, they both did, and they're still hoping that someone or somehow it was just Dad who assured us that he had not left his room all night. So they're trying to get assurance that was Dad, but he's like, I
wasn't out there.
Yeah. To this day, I still regret not turning on the light and knowing for sure what I was looking at. But at the same time, I think that maybe it's for the best. My sleep paralysis and various other things continued in the home until we moved out 2 years later. But nothing like the shadow man on the sofa. Now, I'm 24, and I've experienced sleep paralysis maybe 5 times. The dryer quit. Since the day we left. Since leaving, Mom has also opened up about her experiences in the house.
How old were they when they first?
Let me just finish this and I'll let you know. So her mom obviously had experiences but wasn't telling them about it. But she said none of which she wanted to tell us at the time for fear of scaring us even more. All I know is I'm glad that I'm out of this house. She was 15.
When they first
moved in there.
Thought it was their dad.
Yeah.
Okay. Go back a little bit. Freaky Geek said, could the magnet be making his brain inflamed?
I think it's I have to side with oh cool, Rob. We'll have to check that out.
Check what out. What I missed? Hold on.
When did Streamlabs start saying that?
Saying what?
What are they saying? Are they swearing at you?
Oh no, it says hype chat.
Chat. I think that's because I put it in there because of what we do at the end with dlive.
And this is for Michigander man. Be thankful that you can do what you do, because there's 2 things. One, they will not ship a magnet like that here.
I had trouble getting these magnets up here.
And 2, it's actually illegal here.
Yeah. Because that's what when I first came across this experiment with the magnet, that's what I was trying to get. I was trying to get fishing magnets.
Oh, speaking of which, I gotta shut my camera down for a second.
It's
done.
Time. All right.
Day 8.
Day 8 is done. Okay. Freaky Geek, yeah, like I said, hype chat is for what I do on dlive at the end. I think that's why I put it there. Oh, I feel like is there an imprint?
A little bit.
I think I put it a little too tight today.
She's just getting mad that she's not getting the adverse effects that I am. So
I think because I'm already open, not all the way, but more open.
Wow. No, we have a magnet fishing group that's in Michigan. It's on Facebook. Got to follow. Yeah, after I started watching a couple of videos of people doing that and that, I actually thought it'd be pretty cool. But then we found out it's illegal here. And I don't understand why it's illegal.
Probably because we have so much stuff in the ocean.
Well, that's true.
We'll be pulling up planes and shit. But no, what I was saying about what was I gonna say? Hold on, I gotta scroll up because I gotta
About
remember
her mom.
No. Oh, freaky could it making his brain inflamed. No, I think it's on the side of that it's breaking up that calcium.
It's actually free in my brain.
Yeah, it's free in the pineal gland. I think that's what because that's what it feels like when it does happen. Those headaches, they're like that quick, sharp.
See, now I've been fine all morning, but now that I took the magnet off, I can feel a headache coming on.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird. I don't know. So we'll see what happens when day 30 comes.
Oh God.
So with this story, somebody had written in and says, I wonder if the shadow you saw meant no harm, but you felt frightened due to pick up on the spirit's energy, especially if you didn't see him or it again. However, I believe listening to your gut feeling is important too, and I grew up in a way that what I call an active house, and still is, and dreaded going upstairs. It always felt like I should run the opposite way.
Hey, you ever had that feeling though?
Oh, yeah.
When you got to go from this room to that room, but you have to go this way, but you don't want to go through there.
For some reason, my childhood home, the bathroom, like
that was look at this building. The laundry room downstairs.
Yeah.
And this is no lie, guys. I'm almost 50 years old, but I will not walk into this laundry room until I turn on the light.
Yeah. And our coworker too, who
The
had
hallway.
that hallway down. There's a little hallway where there's another room for like our maintenance guy or whoever.
It's where the two public bathrooms are for the J1 students. And that.
Yeah.
I won't look down it.
Yeah, they don't like that hallway. Now, there is a lot of EMF. I did take the K2 down there, and there is a lot of, and you took it down too.
Yep.
And it went off a lot. So there is a lot of magnetic energy down there.
But it
or electromagnetic
But it
energy.
wouldn't constantly go off. It wouldn't hold a steady read.
But I think that's what they're getting scared of, or
It's
that
that we're
fear.
feeling is the impulse.
Yeah.
But it's still it's that. No,
But yeah,
I ain't doing it.
Our coworker Alex won't even look down that hallway. He's like, I go out of my room, I turn, and I just go straight.
Now, mind you, I'm a pretty good sized guy, but our coworker is about 10 years younger than me, 15 years younger, and he's huge.
He's a big dude.
But he will not look down that hallway.
Yeah, he gets nervous as hell looking down that.
And me, when I go down to do our laundry, I stand outside, I'll reach my hand in and around and turn on the lights before I even enter that room.
But she responded to this anyway about the due to feeling the spirit's energy in that. And she even admits, I was 15 at the time. She goes, it is a regret of mine that I became overwhelmed so quickly. I like to think that if I was ever to encounter such a presence again, I would be able to handle the situation differently. Just because she is older,
she understands it more.
And she said it was a massive learning curve,
And do you think maybe that's a reason why some people are afraid of the paranormal and spirits? Because they were approached at such a young age that they got spooked.
Well, see, most paranormal investigators that I've known or that I've talked to,
I'm just talking about people that, in general.
Well, no, they became paranormal because they want to find out what did scare them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
What was I so afraid of when I was so young?
Right.
So them are the people. I got food in my belly. Welcome back, Carol.
Welcome back, Carol.
So them are the ones that really weren't spooked, but were made curious.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think the ones that are so afraid of the paranormal are the ones that experience it at such a young age. It spooked them so bad
that
they don't want no clue. They want to
Yeah.
know nothing about it.
Right.
It's kind of like how I ride the fence.
Right.
You know, I know stuff happens around us all the time. We hear it, we
Right.
see it, but yet I won't walk into that room.
Right.
When the lights off.
Certain things scare you a little bit more.
Yeah, because
I get that.
So you see what I'm saying?
I get that. It's kind of like, I mean, on the opposite end of the spectrum, where
she'd rather walk into a dark room.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm also my scientific mind, and my regulars have heard, or our regulars now have heard this story before. Not story, but how I feel about this, because being a witch, I put energy out there and have had things happen spell-wise that works. But yet my scientific mind is like, how does it work? Why does it work? What, you know what I mean? It's one of those things where if everybody can just believe in themselves and know that they have that power to change things in their life, they will.
Freaky Geek just came up with one hell of a point. Could be how the parents reacted that
Yes.
scared them, not the actual experience of the spirit.
That is so true. That is so true. You've heard my kids how, Ryan's just nonchalant about it. Danielle's talked to a spirit. She's nonchalant about it. Are you sure you're not hearing my...
That wasn't that.
Oh, is it not? I might have to run into work. I don't know. We'll see. But it's one of those oh really, Rob? Is that your new video?
It was Mr. Hong opened the door, closed the door across the hall.
Oh, okay.
What did I miss? What?
Juliet Prison was probably the most intense place I've been.
You know what? Even though I'm new to doing the paranormal stuff and this and that, I don't know. I've heard so much about Juliet Prison. I don't think guns, ghost traps, everything. I don't think I could go there.
Freaky Geek, I'm hurt.
Don't take over for a bit.
Because I said I might have to, if there was a knock, I might have to go run downstairs.
Oh, well, yeah, because see, where we work, everybody's laid off, but when they need help, they'll come knock on the door and we go help them. We went to Juliet Prison with explorations.
Oh, cool. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's what I hate about, I love living up here in Alaska, but I hate being so far away from everybody. I would love to meet up with other people, and
that would be cool.
Yeah, definitely.
And I don't know.
Okay, Freaky.
Don't get hurt, Shadows. You may get to laugh. He wonders. I do that even when she's sitting here. So.
But yeah, it would be cool to go, and
I don't know if any of these guys ever remember being on Pogo.
Right.
But
I remember being on Pogo.
But the one group we belonged to,
yeah,
they would set it up once a year to try to come up with a convenient spot.
Right.
That everybody in that group
yeah
would fly and meet.
That's what Amy had.
That's
what the
saying.
Paranormal does and everything. Yeah.
But
and Rob and all that.
And it's hard from here though, because you never know when you can come out and get out of here.
Not a pogo stick.
Never been. Oh my god. Pogo was a gaming site.
Just a group for pogo stick people.
I'm sure there's one out there.
Probably.
Okay, I'm going to ask. He says it's a fun experience. Is it you talking about the pogo stick, or meeting people that you just know online?
Meeting people, I'm sure.
I knew what he meant.
So somebody else asked this girl if she's experienced anything since moving. She said that she hasn't experienced anything since moving out, but she still occasionally experiences sleep paralysis. She said it's safe to say that I'm very aware of any little noise in my current home, especially since now I'm living by myself, which is understandable.
She's had another chakra open to where she can her hearing is heightened.
Right.
Okay, guys, I got to go. It's been fun.
All right, Rob. Have a great day, hon. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for coming in, Rob.
I appreciate it so much.
I hope next time you have better luck with your magnet.
Yeah, we used to do tournaments. That's how we met, Freaky Geek. That's how we met, was through my league tournaments.
No.
Well, Pogo.
Yeah.
But I mean, critters.
Yeah, it was critters. What the hell was her name?
Yeah. Monkey. But yeah, that's how me and Eddie met. Was actually through Pogo and
no, that's where she started stalking me.
Yes, okay, sorry. Yes. That's where I started stalking him.
And I'm still here 9 years later.
That's right, 9 years today.
9 years today.
Oh my neck. So the next story I have is this man kept wait a minute, there was one. No, I just did the second one. Okay. This man kept calling his loved one even though he's been dead for hours.
Thanks, Freaky. Thanks, Pammy.
Thank you, Freaky Geek. Thank you, Pammy. Hey, Patrick.
Hey, Patrick.
Really? That's odd.
No, there's been a lot of people complaining that notifications ain't popping up.
Not on dlive, though. He's
really?
on dlive.
Yep. Pammy, 9 years today.
No problem, Eli. I hope you feel better, hon.
Oh, yeah, dude. Go rest. Yeah, I'd rather you rest than sit here and listen to us.
And be in pain. That sucks.
I mean, I appreciate the effort. I really do. And
definitely.
It's wholeheartedly appreciated. But I would rather see you.
On both, Patrick?
I would rather see you pain free.
Right. Definitely.
What about tonight? Will it still be 9 years? Well, after midnight, no, it'll be 9 years in 1 day.
Right. So, a mysterious phone calls from the dead.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you, Lisa. Mysterious phone calls from the dead make for an excellent horror movie plot, right? But this eerie phenomenon also happens in real life.
Talking about dlive made Pammy kind of mad. She went into all cap locks.
I like dlive because you don't have to have 1,000 subscribers and so much watch time to get paid.
Well, see, I don't like dlive because I had no idea how the format works.
Yeah, he has no idea.
I'll get a notification that Emma's a Gem went live.
Because you follow her.
Yeah, and she's going to do a game day. And I'll go there and I'll look and I'll be like, well, this was useless because I had no idea how to get into the game or anything. Eddie, I'm okay. I got big. So, all right. So what you're saying is you're still listening, but you're laying down.
But see, with dlive, I like that they pay the listeners and the viewers. Or, I mean, the viewers and the...
Well, what good is it, though, if you don't know how to use it?
Well, that's true. You just got to get used to it.
You need to show me. 9 years of fucking nothing.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into the story so we can do Little Red's.
There's Little Red.
There she is. Speaking of.
Did your ears just start burning?
Holy crap.
She no sooner said your name and then poof, there she was. Oh my God.
Okay, no problem.
I can't get my panel. MVA. But you can.
That scared me. I thought you just said that you got into an MBA.
Motor vehicle accident.
Yeah, that's what I was.
So was she at the DMV? MVA. I am so confused.
Okay, so anyway, mysterious phone calls from the dead make for an excellent horror movie plot, of course, but this eerie phenomenon also happens in real life. Many stories.
Thank you for the ice cream.
Ice cream.
Is that free? That's Freaky Geek.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Many stories of the unexplained phone calls show that they're not just the result of grief-stricken imaginations. Although people try to explain these odd occurrences by blaming malfunction in cell phone technology. But reports of phantom phone calls go back to at least 1967. Charles, thank you so
Eli.
much for the lemon, Eli. I appreciate it.
Uh-oh. Here they come. I was thinking of hitting the lemon.
So, Charles E. Peck, Metrolink death is one of the most prominent and creepy stories about phone calls from dead people since the author Dean Coote's deceased mother phoned to give him a warning. Peck was killed instantly in a horrible 2008 Metrolink commuter train accident where a total of 25 people died and 135 were injured.
Hurry back, Pammy.
But before anyone knew Peck was dead, his family members received 35 phone calls from his phone.
But he was dead.
For several hours following the disaster. Whether it was due to phone damage or the train rider reaching out from beyond, we may never know, but it's nice to believe that even those who had passed on are only a phone call away.
But you think about it, though. You remember when we were in New York? In the time we're walking down the street, I got my cell phone in my pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Keypad's locked.
Yep.
Can't dial a phone number, can't do anything. But my phone starts ringing.
Mm-hmm.
So I pull the phone out of my pocket.
We are at the 4th of July fireworks.
That was the first time.
Yeah.
The second time we were heading down the road towards Salvation Army.
Yeah.
And I pull my phone out of my pocket and they go, were we Warsaw?
Yeah.
This is the Warsaw Sheriff's Department. You just called us?
Wyoming County.
Or Wyoming County. I'm like, no. And all these bangs are going off in the background because it's the 4th of July. And it was like, how the hell did my phone call them?
Right.
When I am on a locked phone.
So it says 49-year-old Charles Peck worked for Delta Airline. He was considering leaving his job at Salt Lake City International Airport for a job at Van Nuys Airport in Los Angeles to be closer to his fiancée, Andrea Katz, and had an interview there. Although the couple was ready to get married, the fact that they didn't live in the same state was an issue. Then the disaster occurred. Katz was on her way to pick him up from the train station when she heard about the news of the accident on the radio. Peck had 3 children from previous marriage, and one of them was on his afterlife phone call list.
Since you're on that part right there, I don't know if you caught what Patrick said. He says my aunt back in the 60s had a phone call from her dead husband a month after he had died.
Yeah, I believe it. Andrea Katz heard about the crash on the radio, and she was driving to pick Peck up from the train station and was relieved that she received a phone call from his phone. Other friends and families members of Katz were in the same position. After the crash, Peck's phone placed calls to his son, his sister, his brother, and his stepmother. In all, about 35 calls were made during the 11 hours that followed the accident. According to one source, the final call from Peck's phone came at 3:20 a.m., 1 hour before his body was found. Charles Peck was a passenger on a Metrolink commuter train traveling through San Fernando Valley in California, September 12, 2008. It collided headfirst with a Union Pacific freight train at 83 miles an hour when the conductor failed to stop at a red light. The impact was devastating, and of the 225 people aboard the Metrolink, at least 25 died and more than 100 were seriously injured. The engineer was sitting in front of the train, was killed instantly as well. The freight train was carrying only 3 crew members, but but it was demolished in the accident. The disaster later became known as the Chatworth train crash and still considered one of the worst commuter train accidents in the history of California. At first, Peck's loved ones must have been excited when they saw his name pop on their phone screens. As the calls continued, they hoped that he was still alive and maybe trapped within the rubble of the crash. Unfortunately, they were unable to actually talk to him. They all heard when they answered their calls was static. However, Andrea Katz used the opportunity to commute with her fiancé and let him know she was with him, shouting messages of encouragement like, "Hang in there, baby. We're going to get you out. You're going to be okay."
So could that be like his kinetic energy that he used before he passed? Like, was he in that state of...
Could be, definitely. Other people who claim to have received phone calls from beyond also reporting hearing static or a voice that seems very faint or far away.
like a long distance bad connection?
Yeah. Before rescue workers discovered Charles Peck's body in the wreckage, they had no reason not to believe the calls placed to his family meant he was still alive. As it became clear, they probably weren't going to find any survivors in the crash. Their rescue efforts turned into a mission to recover bodies. But yet another call came from Peck's phone. They decided to trace it and find its location. Unfortunately, they discovered his body and knew that he died on impact. Police never revealed if Peck's phone was found. Although rescue teams were excited because the phone call might mean Charles Peck was still alive, that wasn't the case. They discovered Peck's body an hour after the last phone call was placed. According to sources like forums and unsolved mystery sites, the coroner was unable to find signs that Peck had survived for any amount of time after the crash.
Well, thank you, Soccer Count. Stopping by to throw some love at you.
Hey,
all.
Soccer Count, thank you so much. We appreciate that so much.
Absolutely. You stay safe. Stay strong. Stay positive.
Definitely.
I got to stay positive from Eli.
I was going to say that.
I hope he didn't copyright that yet.
So anyone who has ever butt dialed a number knows it's possible to make phone calls accidentally. Perhaps an object was sitting on top of Peck's phone, causing him to make random phone calls. The phone was most likely severely damaged during the disaster, so it may have malfunctioned. So what do you guys think? Do you think it was
I don't think...
a malfunction, or do you think it was...
Yes, it was a malfunction at the sense of it was on him. So the phone malfunctioned while his kinetic energy was getting ready to leave the earth.
Right.
He was able to make one last phone call.
But he made 35 of them.
Could it have been...
He called his brother, his sister, his mother-in-law, and his fiancée.
And how long was each phone call, though? Does it say? Or
that it doesn't say. I mean, enough to where she was like, we're here, baby. We're going to get you out.
Okay, so each phone call probably had to have lasted 10 to 15 seconds. We'll just go that way. Could it be like a group text? You know, that's kind of what I was thinking when I was trying to say a conference call.
Well, here's what some other people were commenting about how they've had people call them. This one lady said, I was at my mom's house and I was calling a friend who lived nearby. She was at her cousin's house, so I looked up the number in the phone book. It was the only ones in the phone book, so I knew it was my friend's cousin's number. I called it, and it didn't even ring. Just a lady answered and said, hello? I asked, is Amelia there? And the lady said, no, dear, Amelia isn't here. I should be expecting her any minute now. So I thought nothing of it and hung it up.
Oh.
I told Jessica about it, and she said, Amelia's grandmother is dead. And we were there all day long. We were sitting right by the phone, and it never rang.
I just got the
chills.
Big time.
A saleswoman had a phone conversation with a man's deceased wife.
A real estate woman?
A saleswoman. It just says,
oh, it's sales.
I made a sales call to Pennsylvania. It started just like any other call. Yes, I need to speak to Mr. and Mrs. or Mr. or Mrs., so-and-so. The woman identified herself as her name, and I continued on with the normal sales call. She seemed very interested and asked a lot of questions. But when it came to the decision making, she quickly stopped me, insisted that I had to talk to her husband. Her objections were the same every time I attempted to close the sale. She also quickly pointed out that since his retirement, he spent a great deal of time fishing and was not easy to get in touch with. It would be the best to try early in the morning before he left for his favorite hobby. On the callback, the husband did answer the phone. I introduced myself as in normal fashion and explained that I had been talking to his wife the previous day, and she suggested that I speak to him. You can imagine the shock and horror when he stated to me, distraught, "Lady, I don't know who you were talking to, but my wife is dead, and I'm not in any mood to speak to anyone." With that, he quickly hung up the phone.
Patrick just said when he was in the MPs, he had to go and notify a woman that her husband had died in a car crash. And she says her husband just phoned me.
Yeah. Okay, Soccer Count, will you be careful?
You know what? She is very talented.
You be very careful.
Yes, them unicycles.
They're dangerous.
Very. You better hope there's a seat on it.
So yeah, I mean, definitely a weird, situation.
Now, have you ever sat there though and thought you heard the phone ring, but you know it's ringing.
Right.
You hear it in your mind. You hear your phone ringing, but you're like way too leery to pick it up and check.
Thanks, Mama.
Who's Mama? Soccer Count. Is that Danielle?
No, Mama is what Ryan calls me.
Well, I don't see him being Soccer Count.
No, me neither.
And it said that he was not able to make it home.
The only kid that I have that knows soccer is Taylor.
Okay, Patrick finished up with a story and said that he was not able to make it home. I had to tell her that he had died a couple of hours ago in a car crash. She was shocked.
Wow.
I call my friends also.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
What's that mean? Oh, I get it.
Not able to make it. That's wild. That's wild, Patrick. I mean, that's crazy. It really is.
Shit, that went by real quick.
I've been in a room a few times, thought I heard the phone ring, answered it, and there was somebody on the other end saying that was fast. The phone number rang. Yeah, I've done that to where I've called or it never rang and somebody picked it up instantly.
And it's like,
but they're like, yeah, I was just about to make a phone call.
But on both sides, respect for my elders.
Oh, that's sweet of you.
Thank you. Wait.
Well,
how is that respect when they just called us old?
Just messing with you.
I'm just kidding. But when you first pick up the phone, though, you don't hear a dial tone or anything, so you sit there for a second
like,
and I'm like, hello? Is somebody there?
Yeah, you do. I mean, it doesn't happen on the cell phones
as much. But
I've never had it happen on the cell phone.
I've had it happen where I picked it up
yes.
and I went to hit the button to make a phone call and somebody's there. It's like,
I've never had that happen.
Also, several times my mom would say I should call so-and-so, and 10, 20 minutes later that person calls. That is happened more often than people can even imagine.
Yeah, definitely. I agree.
I think that's the connection between people.
Yeah.
Especially family.
Mm-hmm.
I think you need to call so-and-so. You haven't talked to them in a while, and then all of a sudden they call you.
It's kind of like I get that with my kids. When I sit there and I'll all of a sudden get a nervous feeling, and I'm like, oh my God, what's going on?
Ron says I'm the only one that thought that. Thought what? Rum. Where's my? I think it's wrong. Where's my pizza?
Now you're sending mixed signals, Eli, because you're asking for pizza, but you're putting in a cheeseburger or hamburger in the chat room.
Wow, there is no record
of the call.
record
Yeah,
of the call. That's got Patrick. You know that's got to be a messed up situation right there.
definitely.
I'm still. That you're old.
Oh.
No, I'm not the only one that thinks that.
No, he thought he was the only one that thought you were old.
What the hell? I don't like you no more.
Oh, you want both, Eli? Okay.
I was gonna. What the hell were we talking about?
Okay, cool.
Oh, I can't. You know, I seen the first one and I was just taken aback. I mean, like I said, we talked about it early in the show. You're much older now than when you first woke up. It happens every. I'm much older now than I was 10 minutes ago. Be like Elijah, let it go. But damn it, you all throw me off track. I had a really good point, and I can't remember what it was now.
Let me see if I can.
Yeah, I'm sure it was spooky, especially if you go to tell this woman that her husband has just died, and she tells you a kid he just called. Hey,
Earth aliens, how you doing? Welcome.
Emerth, hello. Settings are caused by that guy with the beard. Is it better? What? That confused me. Did you
Mr.
read
Chaos
that?
is a mess, Shadows. I know, he's always a mess.
8 out of 10 Squatch sightings.
Oh.
I think it's supposed to be Sasquatch.
Yeah. That's
Sightings
what they call
are
him,
caused by that guy with the beard. I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
I don't know where that is. I can't find it.
It's from Soccer Count.
Oh, right there. There you go. Yeah, I get it. He's joking around with you. Or she. I'm not sure. 8 out of 10 Squatch sightings are caused by that guy with the beard.
But I don't believe in him.
No, they're saying you're a Squatch. You look like...
What? You know what? I'm not liking you people anymore.
Instead of saying you're old, you're just...
Bigfoot has more than a beard. All right, this conversation is like off the rail now. God damn it! Now I look like Sasquatch. Holy crap! Well, I told you I needed a haircut. I said that earlier.
You did say that. In his defense, he did say that. He's like, damn, I need a haircut.
He's not old. He's elusive. Now everybody can find me. Crikey.
He is smart, just not when he's not into the cryptids as much as I am.
I'm smart, but I'm not smart. I kind of fake it till I make it.
There you go.
Old age hinders you.
All right, so in the last part of the show,
eating my dog's food while he was in the living room watching TV.
yes, I will share that too. The picture you sent me, Pammy. So I'm going to go ahead and.
Mr. Ron says I haven't seen his hair, but he forgets that I did see him live on Eli's stream the other night. He actually came up on panel.
Right.
So I did see his hair. But at that point, Mr. Ron, my hair used to be down to my ass at one point.
That's true.
I would go to sit down and I would have to move my hair to sit down.
Yeah, she was in here, Eli. It's nice to meet you as well, Soccer Count.
It was definitely a pleasure.
Definitely come out and hang with us again and have fun. We're all jokesters in here. We love it.
Yeah, Eli, Little Red was in here 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. But thank you, Eli, for that
I
message.
think I erased that footage because.
Oh, Eli, she's right there.
There's so much here. Oh, if you're going to take, if you're going, take care. Yeah.
Okay, so here is Little Red's, the first one. This is the first one. This is where
She's sleeping.
she's sleeping. Now, mind you, she house sits. Now, most of you guys know this, that she house sits and the house is haunted, or has at least some spirit activity in it. And I believe this is your spirit guide and the spirit in there, Little Red. Can you set it up for us a little bit? But they're talking to each other.
Yeah, it kind of. Just play the clip.
Okay.
And then let it come from there.
Okay.
Because you know how I feel about.
Yes, I know that. Okay, here we go, guys. You ready? I'm not, but you guys are. Okay. Oh, wait. I forgot to share the screen.
Yeah, you got to do that.
That usually helps.
Okay, y'all, you listen now, too.
Sure.
Okay, now, before I say anything, I want to see what others people's opinions are about what just happened. Because I didn't. Patrick? That is Little Red, sleeping over in a house that she house sits that's active. And you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and say what at first I didn't notice it the first time I watched it, honey.
Mm-hmm.
The blanket move.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't notice that the first time. But yes, Pammy, you're right. And you can hear it as plain as day. It sounds like they're standing right in the room by her. But then if you listen even closer near the end, it sounds like a disembodied female's voice.
It's pretty wild. Okay.
But yeah, I was so caught up in wanting to hear something that I didn't pay attention the first time. But you watch that clip again, the blanket moves. But Little Red never moves.
But remember, there is a dog. Where is the dog? Is it down where it normally sleeps, down by your feet there, or in by your legs?
Then I don't think the dog could have done that.
I'll play it again for you guys, of course.
Looked like she had a pillow on her side and it moves.
The pillow moves?
Listen, though. Read finish what he's saying. It could have been the blanket.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so the dog's at her feet, but the way this blanket moves, there's no way I think the dog could have done it.
Okay, we'll play it again, yeah. I'm going to start it out to where... All right, ready, guys? Let me get it full screen.
The blanket movement is not too far from the beginning, but...
Oh, okay. All right, I'll put it back to the beginning.
Yeah,
here we go, guys.
It's only a 50-second. Keep an eye on the blanket. There. And the reason why I'm saying I don't think it could have been the dog, because it would have bothered her from the very beginning. But yet the blanket moves for a couple of seconds before she starts to turn. Excuse me. Okay, that's it. But if you listen to the very end, you hear that female disembodied voice. The male's voice is loud and clear.
Right.
What's Ron saying now?
Oh, I didn't even press that. Why did I do that?
Excuse me. Oh my God.
Yeah, I kind of hear a conversation.
Yeah, between the male and the female. But you can hear the male.
All right, hold on. Okay, that I got it. All right. Because I don't want to,
You know what? Maybe we should do that someday here. We can set up the portal box and let it stay on all night and keep a recorder there and see if it picks up anything. Thank you, Eli.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing now, Little Red. Well, hold it. No, stop. Now, where are you going?
I ain't going anywhere.
Not yet. Well, that's weird. Now,
It's
okay.
I didn't see anything by her face moving, Patrick. But now that you say that, I'll have to go back and watch it again.
Well, here is the added text that she left. Did you want to specify, or did you know what it was saying, or?
I mean, I could say what I thought it was saying.
Okay.
But then that's not fair to anybody else. I really wish I didn't hear voices. If they were all nice, I wouldn't mind, but they are not always nice, and it scares me. My hubby hates it when I talk to nice ones. He says, don't. And that's true, though, Lisa. You got to understand, because they act nice and you're talking to them, that could be a trap.
Well, not only, I mean, I don't know. I have a different way of thinking about that.
You have to, it's going to take a little bit to understand if they're evil or not evil. Like, what do they say? When it's a demon, they try to lure you in with a kid's voice.
Right.
So that's what I'm going on.
Right. Yes, I had it listened to by 4 others and said, yes, why I added text. Yeah. Okay, so let me go ahead and add this. This is going to have the text in it.
No, Pammy. I'm not saying you ain't supposed to talk to him. You just gotta keep up your barriers, your protection.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Okay. I gotta unmute my mic, so I am not gonna talk, because if I unmute my mic, we'll get a feedback.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what? It's so funny that you said, or that it said, in the chat room part. Did that not sound like Citizen Z?
Kinda.
That was just when you said that.
Thank
Or when
you, Lisa. Lisa says, no, you don't look like Grandpa Sasquatch, Eddie. Did you see that by her face? No, I didn't see anything by her face.
I saw her when she's moving, Patrick. Like, I see her fingers. I wish I could blow it up, but it's on Twitter, so I can't blow it up.
Yeah, Twitter sucks. You can't blow it up. People with their spirits.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because he just said.
Matter of fact.
He just said she's always in the chat room.
Yeah.
And you can hear it as plain as day.
The matter of fact, I was in your stream last night, Little Red, and they were asking questions, and it was the K2 was lighting up to their answers. So I said, because I lurk, you know me, I leave you a light.
Well, she said when she used the K2 meter, it was just going nuts.
Oh yeah, that's when. Yeah, definitely the K2 was going nuts. The other night was crazy. What's the matter, Pammy?
I think she's freaking out over the video.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm trying to think of who the hell was in there.
I would take a lie detector test and gave this.
I can't remember.
Well, absolutely, Lisa. I mean, we talk to spirits every day, whether we believe it or not. And just because we might not make full sentences to one of them, we've answered a question that they asked.
Right.
Melissa.
I think it was Jeff and I knew Tammy was in there, but I think Jeff was the one that was asking questions, if I remember right. See, when I go lurk in streams, you got to remember that by the end of the day, I'm really tired and I'm doing all this research.
I see why Pammy freaked out because something over there, she is mine.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And then him telling the female voice to get out.
Right. And a little red citizen is talking you through that. No, I didn't, but I think, did you hear it, Eddie?
What's that?
The chant on Citizen Z's?
The what?
The chant that he caught on Citizen Z. No, I have to go back and watch.
I might have.
Okay, so here's another clip.
Shadows,
I'm
you
sorry.
hear the strange chant he caught on camera last night? Actually, no, the one last night, I did catch that. I'll be right back.
Okay. Okay, stop. Hold on. She sent another of her hair is being pulled.
I'm listening. I could hear you. But I did catch that chant last night on Citizens, but you can't really understand what it's it almost sounds tribal.
Right. Oh wow. I'll have to go back and so here's the one. Let me go ahead and pull it up. Where she said, here's another clip. I circled where it pulls my hair. If it was a fan or AC, all my other strands would move too, obviously.
True.
You know. So let me go ahead and get that up and add it to stream, pull it full spectrum. So this arrow right here is where it happens.
Okay, I got to go silent.
Okay.
The hell is that yellow white?
I can't see.
I didn't see anything move. I can't catch it.
Have a good day, Freaky Geek. Take care, hon.
Thanks for coming in, Freaky.
That yellow is she's using a Mac. Their cursor has the yellow around it. Sorry about that. Wow, I hit the wrong button. Okay.
Maybe it's my computer. That quick of movement, I can't see anything move.
Yeah, I'll have to watch it and zoom it. I'm gonna try and zoom it in.
Try to clear it up some.
Unfortunately, I can't see it. Do you guys see it? Maybe let me watch it through here. Hold on. I'm gonna watch it through our screen instead of watching it through the.
Instead of shared screen.
Yeah.
Right there.
Oh, I did see it. I did see it that time.
And it is weird. It's only a little bit of a hair move. It's right there. I do see it now. That is,
Yeah. Wow.
that is definitely going to make you old before your time.
Yeah. Okay.
I wonder if that was the male, the voice we heard that said she's mine and told the other woman to get out. I wonder if that's who was playing with her hair.
Yeah, Patrick. Where her hair? Do you see where her hair went down the pillow? She spotted it on her video, so she's recording it with the phone, trying to show you where it's at.
So I
If
am
that
right.
makes sense.
Little Red says that it was the guy that said she's mine. It's wow.
Yeah, that's nuts. And
Yeah.
you're definitely right. If it was the AC, a lot more would have been.
Yeah, the whole thing would have been moving
Yeah.
around, but you only had that one little spot that moved.
Yeah, and it didn't look like it was being blown. It looked like it's being picked up.
Yeah, like he was playing with her hair.
Mm-hmm. And isn't that normal though, there, Little Red, or is that your guide? I know one of them likes to play with your hair a lot.
See, I was right. Look at what, because Pammy asked what made the camera move, and Little Red just said, spirits will bump, touch, and move your phone.
Yeah.
Well, she was making noises galore.
Well, in the one that it was speaking,
Yeah.
you hear that thump, and that happens a lot in her stream.
Well, yeah, and I actually, Little Red, I wasn't discrediting you, but when Shadow said you had a dog in the bed, I'm like,
Okay.
could the dog's tail have possibly hit a microphone? And then that's when Shadows told me that this was being recorded on your phone.
Yeah.
So it was like, well, that's not possible.
Yeah. So it was definitely an interesting night. I was in there, like I said, yeah, your guide Pat's. I knew something happened with your hair, but I wasn't sure. Definitely interesting.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. It was like, at first, I didn't understand that it was being recorded from a cell phone.
Right.
I thought it was a little setup, like maybe a laptop or something, and the dog's tail thumped it. And then you told me that it was filmed from a phone. So it's like, there's no way the dog could have done that. But you can hear that thump.
Yeah, the dog can't reach the cam, yeah. But yeah, you can hear and that happens a lot too. Even when, like the one where you had the one going with the kitchen, she was going to bed, but she had it in the kitchen because there was a lot.
Show me that one.
That was a while ago. It was a couple months ago, I think. She had it set up in the kitchen because a lot of activity was happening there. That thing kept thumping that. Hey, Paranormal
How you
Circle.
doing, Paranormal Circle?
How you doing? Welcome on. But it kept thumping that night. It kept thumping that.
Well, if Patrick's still in the room, I think he is. Last night when we were listening to Citizen Z, I think we're the only two hearing it, but every now and then you would hear thump thump, and then he would keep doing his invite, and then you hear thump thump.
Yeah, they like knowing where that. I feel like they like knowing where that mic is.
And it was just weird because, like I said, it just almost seemed like only me and Patrick were hearing it.
Right.
Kind of like me and Sheriff that day when it was like, did that thing just said it's Steve?
Yeah.
The house very active, so I stream sleeping. No, it's called House Sitting Spirits.
Yeah, I told you I would do that here, but all you'd hear in the
No, paranormal circle. I know you was in there. I seen you last night. Oh yes, the whoop whoop said yeah.
Yeah.
But I knew paranormal circle was in there, but it was like only me and Patrick were hearing that sound.
Right, nobody else. Well, I believe that's a lot of that too. Is you're going to hear what you're meant to hear. Like that's why I feel like when people do spirit box and that,
you're only going to hear what they want you to hear.
Yeah. I mean that's just my theory.
Well, and it's true though. You can hold a spirit box session, and you can talk. You can do whatever you want to do.
Right.
And you might ask a question, and you might hear something, but it has nothing to do with the question you just asked.
Right.
But that's the person that you're supposed to hear.
Right. Yeah.
I need to start getting more and more of these.
I just feel when you're listening to Spirit Box, the vibration. I'm a real big vibration person.
And I agree with Little Red though. She says I like catching EVPs. No spirit box, so you can't say. See, that's why we have a portal box.
Yeah.
There is no white noise.
Even though and that's a lot of people don't understand what the portal box does. It just takes out the your like the mini portal I made. The spirit box is still going,
but you can't hear it.
It's tuning that out, so it's just you know what I mean.
S box opens up portals. What the hell is an S box?
That's what we have, honey.
Oh, it's spirit box?
Yeah.
Oh.
The S box, yes.
I'm thinking maybe she misspelled Xbox. I'm like, what the hell?
Yes, Pammy's over there playing Xbox.
Why not? That's where you can get the connect through it. I don't record every night, only when I hear her with my ears. I decide to stream live. And that makes sense. I mean, if you do it every day, it's going to put a wear on you.
No, you won't hear Eddie snoring, Eli. You'll hear me snoring. Well, although he does, but he's a very light snorer. He talks.
I have one of them.
Not even that.
Where she's like.
Feel the love on our anniversary.
I'm not even taking her to dinner or anything. We're just going to sit here and do the show.
And hang out.
Hey, I'm not either, Pammy. Shadows told me what parts we had to buy, and I bought all the parts, and she put it together. And actually, Eli, I'll tell you, he got his taste of it where it shut his computer off from Alaska.
Yeah, I'm supposed to, Pammy. You know what? Technically, I can't say that because I've never went in for a test because I can't sleep with all those wires on, even if I tried.
I didn't get a hammer here. You know, even if you didn't hear anything, Little Red, when you were sleeping, it wasn't the fact that you didn't hear it. You felt the presence. And once you're into that situation, it's game over.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
it
can't.
truly would.
Because I have sleep apnea. I already know that. And I know I'm supposed to wear a CPAP because it's just, I do stop breathing. He'll tell you, he wakes up.
I get scared sometimes because it sounds like she's fighting for her life. And I panic.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing she loves about me, though, because I'm one of them sleepers that if I hear a noise out of the ordinary that shouldn't be there, my eyes are opening.
Yeah.
I was beaten up by a ghost 2 nights ago. Yes, Eddie, see K2 meter.
That's not good, Paranormal Circle. Not at all. Actually, Little Red, Eddie thinks that I have a bit of narcolepsy. Not where I fall asleep like anywhere, but just because when I get tired, like when I say we end the stream, right? What happens is
We'll go have a cigarette.
We'll go have a cigarette. I'll eat, and then all of a sudden it's like
I'm tired.
And it's not like I'm just tired. It's like my muscles become weak. I become weak to where I can't even think right. Huh?
Everything's just wanting to shut down.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've woken myself up, bro.
Yes, he has.
Out of a dead-ass drunk sleep.
Yep. Oh, let me show Pammy's picture too. I forgot to pull that up.
See how she is, Pammy?
Even though that one picture is very interesting, the last one you showed me, Pammy.
He was naked on my couch. You want to call me? I'll come over to cut your yard. And you got to pay him in pizza.
The one with the Bigfoot and the lights.
It's crazy. Well, Little Red, everybody, you know, when you're in what you're doing, you have to keep yourself cleansed.
Definitely.
You have to. And you all become like our family, and we worry about you guys. I mean, we really do. So it's like, please take care of yourself.
Okay, this is a picture from Pammy. Now,
it should pay rent.
I definitely see something in there that's darker than dark. It's one of those dark shadows that is darker than dark.
I don't know. I just still see chat.
Did
that looks like a dude standing there. He's almost kind of like he's almost hunched over. I wish that my cursor you could see on your screen.
Right.
Because
see, I see a dude here.
Okay, hold on.
Okay. Can you reach? You just not. Okay, go ahead.
Well, we're to keep shit out of the way. If you really look, it looks like a kneecap, like a knee, like a leg bent right there, and then it goes up, and there's the body. It's almost like this.
Okay, I can kind of see that. Yeah, lower one leg up with the other one down.
Yeah. One leg up, yeah.
See, I don't know, because I see a foot here, a foot here. It looks like almost like, I don't know what the hell they're wearing. Almost like they're...
It looks like it's wearing a cloak. It came off of grass. No one just waits with it. I will have to watch it on the TV to boost my opinion. My phone screen is small. And you know what, Lisa? I understand that completely.
Yeah, I try. I'm sorry, hon.
No, what I was going to try to say is even though I have a regular desktop computer, my eyes have trouble seeing a lot of things. But I can actually spot where it looks like it's kneeling on one knee.
I'm trying to get it.
Right there.
See, I see a foot here and a leg here. It looks like it's like they're wearing knickers or something to me.
I don't know. Where's Pammy from?
The U.S.
Then they ain't wearing knickers.
Well, they can travel. But I almost feel like this is like alien. I almost feel that way. I mean,
If the whole shadow, I mean, if you really want to look at it, it looks like a huge shadow. Not only when I said, do you see the knee and then the body, but if you look towards the right, it almost looks like it's opening a wing.
maybe it's Mothman.
It almost looks like it's opening a wing right there.
I can kind of see what you're saying. It's coming up from the ground.
It's coming up from the ground. So is it a gargoyle?
Maybe. That's a good question. I think it's too small to be Slender Man. The arms are too short, I feel. Well, I don't know, maybe.
I was wearing a hood.
Is wearing a hood.
And what that's exactly what I said. I said it looked like it was wearing a cloak.
Yeah, like right in here at the wing, right? That's where you're talking about?
No.
The other side?
Right, no, keep going. Keep going. Stop. Now go down.
Oh, right here?
Right there. It looks like a wing going out. Slender Man Jr. But it looks like it's got a wing on it.
Slender Man Jr.
Could that possibly be a gargoyle? She said it came from out of the ground.
No, to me, if it was a gargoyle,
What's the matter?
I'm just trying to focus. There's nothing wrong. I promise.
Okay.
If you want to know, I kind of feel like I have a toothache.
Phantom pains. Oh, it's right or left. Looks like it kind of, yeah. It kind of does look like a hobbit. And if you look at the very top of the shadow, it looks like its head's tilted upward with its mouth open. Like it's
Well, that would make sense if it's coming from the ground, so it's rising like
he's making a scream or a cry. And you can actually see, oh wow, I gotta go show you this. Because the more my eyes is focusing on it.
Right.
See, yours isn't as clear as mine. Right here. Look over here. Look at the pointed ears, the eye, the mouth, the chin.
Oh yeah, I see it.
That big one there is so distorted it's hard to see. Well, I can see it now that I point it out.
Right.
But you see what I'm saying now?
Yeah. He says he can see an eye here, something looking down, kind of down, right?
No, his head's tilted up. That's his mouth, his jaw, and his ear going out the back like he's screaming, but like he's giving out a shriek.
Right.
Where'd you get it out of the back?
I don't know. I just see this guy right here. This
No.
is what I see.
I don't see anything there.
Really? I see a head come down with the arms.
Is this 2 in 1?
What?
Is this 2 in 1?
Well,
Because
yeah,
now that you're tracing it. Oh, wait a minute.
You see what I'm seeing?
Yeah, well, I see that. But if you look even again, there's a third one in there. And it's like right in the middle of the two of them.
Right here.
Yeah.
See, Eddie was looking over here. I'm looking this one. And there's one in the middle.
Look at above
I mean,
the
you
head
have
of the
to be
hobbit.
careful
Yes.
that it's not pareidolia, but I'm not seeing faces. I'm seeing figures.
Well, I seen the face. It's another full head like a demon. Yes. The one I pointed out.
Yeah, this one over here, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that, I mean, how I'm picking this up, I don't know. because I'm not
It's
as
the magnet.
it could be, but there are many. Let's cluster
Cluster
together.
together, yeah.
No, look on top left.
Over here.
Well, you'd have to pop the screen
Oh, sorry,
back up.
my bad.
Top left. Pammy, is it a head that's like bent over, like it's going to eat that light or something? I think I know what she's seeing.
Like right here, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Like the eye right here?
Yes.
Is that what you're looking at?
Yep.
Yeah, I see that.
And then actually, if you look just to the right of that bright light, just to the right of it, right there, look at, there's eyes, there's a nose.
Almost looks like a dog.
Kind of. Over the other thing, yeah. What a friggin' capture. Holy crap.
Oops. That's pretty wild. I'm not going to lie.
I'm going to have nightmares. But no, this was all in a parking lot.
Grass. Yeah, like you.
And I'm not going to lie. The first thing I spotted was that gargoyle thing. Like he came out, he screamed,
Right.
like a hellion scream, I guess.
Right.
And you spotted the other guy that was
that's the one I
behind
saw.
it.
Yeah.
And then I didn't spot that until you were explaining it to me. And then when Pammy said, look at the top left, and when I started looking at that, it was like, I see a face there. And then I spotted a face to the right of it.
Yeah.
It was like, holy crap. That would be a very interesting place to just set up cameras and just.
Yeah, definitely. I would, by the way, we are going to have a paranormal night sometime tonight, or not tonight.
No,
I didn't mean tonight. Sometime this week. We're charging up everything.
It'll probably be close to Friday.
Yeah.
Because I got to work tomorrow, Wednesday. And I'll have to catch back up on my sleep. My sleep pattern is really messed up when I work.
Yeah.
I'll sleep maybe an hour and I'll get up and go to work for 10 hours and then come back and stay awake all night.
But we've been slowly charging everything up.
Yep. We're slowly getting there. We brought it up, said we were going to do it.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of equipment that we had to charge up.
Yeah, still more to go.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely be going live sometime at night this week.
Like I said, it'll probably be close to Friday.
Tomorrow's show,
I won't be here.
Again. I'm gonna have Eddie. Well, do you want to tell your story, or do you want me to?
Well, it doesn't matter. Freaky Geek ain't even here. Freaky Geek's the one that's been giving a hard time. But if you want. Whoa, wow, excuse me. I just been attacked by a demon.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me see if I can learn how to do this. How do I send it to you?
Well, we can do that after the show.
Oh, well, I'm there now. Goddamn! Oh shit! I think I just cleared myself up.
So tomorrow we'll be talking about the
right.
Two Men Should case. Then we're going to talk about Cindy James, which, let me tell you something. This woman was found murdered, right, after reporting more than 100 incidents of harassment and violence, but police think she staged the attack herself.
I got a question. Anybody heard from Andy?
And then we're going to be talking about the strange death of Gareth Williams. He was found in a duffel bag, padlocked from the outside.
Was he a tiny guy?
I don't know.
If you're in a duffel bag, you can't be very tall. Cops are crooked. Not all cops, Penny.
All cops.
Eddie, nope. Yeah, I haven't heard from him either. But no, not all cops are crooked. And I feel bad for the cops that are taking a rap for something that didn't even involve them. No one asks about me.
Here, Eli.
Eli, we always ask about you. But, I'm not going to get into politics. I'm not going to get into this BLM. I'm not going to get... but it all needs to stop. Period.
But yeah, so tomorrow we're going to definitely talk about that. It's very weird. And we're going to also talk about Chris Kremers and Lisa Ann Froon. They went hiking, just two friends out hiking, had backpacks, their phones and everything, and they just disappeared.
Poof.
Poof. So we're going to talk about those and more.
I think today was a really great chat. I
Great chat and great evidence.
The stories were amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's stuff caught on camera. Eddie, I'll email him in a minute. Eli, that's fine. But I sent him a message 4 days ago on Messenger because I'm friends with him on Facebook, and he hasn't even seen it. So, but yes, with the evidence that was produced, with the accusation of what had happened, is indisputable. So that was pretty amazing.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, definitely had a great time today, guys. I thank you so much for... Hey, she knows. Carol knows what's going on.
Where's she at? Over in your podcast?
No, she's over in dlive.
Oh, she just now popped up.
Yeah.
Look at us jumping from YouTube.
They all know. They're like, oh, the credits are coming. The credits are coming.
Yep, they wait for that. Tomorrow we're going to talk about... So, boom. I will listen to you, but I'm sitting in dlive.
That's right. So get over there in dlive and hype up that chat.
This is where I say my goodbyes. I want to say fist bumps, hugs. Stay safe, stay strong. And I will talk to you guys on Thursday.
Yes. Yes.
Have a great day, guys.
Let me go ahead and run the credits.
You can. My part of the show is over.
That is true. Let me get this up there. We know what time it is, guys. Hype up that chat. Hype up that chat. I put 200 lemons in the chest, so we're up to 207.7 lemons.
How do you get a 0.7
7-Eleven? I don't know.
without it going rotten?
I don't know. That's good. Oh, Carol just got done with reading. That's always fun.
Yeah. Yes, Pammy. I shouldn't say yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's most likely. I will be here tomorrow doing True Crime Tuesdays.
Never hold your breath.
All right, guys. Are you ready? Are you ready? We're gonna pop open the chest. I pressed the button, and there we go. So lemons are on the way, guys. If it didn't pop up for you, hit on the chest, and it should pop up and claim those lemons.
She means the chest on the screen. Don't pound on your own chest.
Yeah, don't. That might hurt. We are a big family, Patrick. We are a big family. I thank you guys.
I don't see that.
I know.
Get up my leg. His line got too long. Well, Carol,
Oh no.
when you use a weed eater, you don't need a long line. It only needs to be out a couple inches. I know I used to run a weed eater. Where'd I miss Patrick?
What? He said we are a big family. He put the icon up. You might not be able to see it.
Well, obviously I can't.
Eli got 131.7. Patrick got 76.1. Oh, it started coming out. Mine does that too. When I used to have a weed eater, the line would get longer and longer, not even doing anything, like not even pulling it out.
If it's one of them ones where you hit the base of it and it feeds out the line, it doesn't take a lot to hit that.
Oh, I
For the
don't
line to
know.
come
I
out.
never even thought of that.
Because it fell in a hit bottom feeder, yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that. I didn't know they do that.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what the hell?
See, as you're going along, because I did it for a company, as you're going along and you know your line's getting down, you just tap the thing and line comes out.
Oh, see, I never knew that. I thought you just had to manually do it. What the hell do I know? Apparently not that.
No more shorts. And you know what? I never did the whole time I did weed eating. But I do remember a time I was wearing pants and I accidentally hit a fire ant hill.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, I'm stripping naked.
Oh, I bet.
Running through this trailer park for the shower.
Right.
And here I am running down the road, taking off my clothes.
Hell yeah. Fire ants are nothing to mess with.
I am
Nothing.
surprised I didn't get fired from that job.
I wouldn't wish fire ants on my worst enemy. Oh God, no.
By the time I hit the outhouse now, I'm probably about 200 yards away. I am stark naked.
All right, guys. I love you, each and every one of you. Thank you for hanging out with us today. Same here, Carol.
But they weren't happy with me. Don't worry.
Thank you for all the lemons and the diamonds and the ice creams and the donations. You guys rock. You really do.
You know what? I don't care about all that.
No, me neither. But
Thank you all for being here.
Yes, I love it when you guys come out and hang out with me and Chaos.
Holy crap.
I'm still not used to this. It's only been, what, 2
A
weeks?
month?
No, yeah, it hasn't been a month already. Well, we love having
Thank you, Patrick.
here,
I'm glad you love the show. Love having you here.
Yes, we love having each and every one of you here, even if you are a lurker. We hope you enjoy the story.
Speaking of which, is Cassie here? Or
She
did Cassie
was.
leave?
I think she left. I don't know. She could be lurking.
I know. She's the one that keeps calling me lurker. That's why I'm asking, where's Cassie?
I'm more of a lurker than you are.
No, not really. I've become a big worker.
He's learned the lurking ways, guys.
Yes, I have.
But anyway, take care, be safe, smile with your eyes, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Love y'all.
I will see you tomorrow. Take care, guys.